Hola mi gente, and welcome back to my channel. Whew, it's been too damn long. It's always been too damn long, and it's because I'm not lazy. I just been busy and I do not have the energy. I got to get out of the thing. I'm lazy now. Just don't have the energy to film and edit right now, and that's fine. That's legal, right? Right? Whew. Anyway, uh, title says hello. Hello. Yeah, title says exactly what's happening. I am so very behind on my reading goal for this year that it's probably not going to happen, but I'm going to try my damnedest. Right? Aren't we? That's all we can do. That's all we can do. So it is noon where I am, so it's lunchtime. So I'm currently eating a bowl of wonton soup with noodles. Nobody judge me while I eat. I'm hungry. Not only are you getting reading sprints, but you're getting a mukbang too. Y'all are so lucky, and you don't even know it. I'm reading The Crown Chasers by Rebecca Coffin-Daffer, and if this gets out, by Sophie Gonzalez. Oh, wow! Hello. I am not behind on my Goodreads roll, but I am behind on my December TBR, so I'm joining in. Well, congratulations on not being behind on your Goodreads roll, and those books sounded awesome, by the way. I think I've heard of If This Gets Out. I've never heard of Crown Chasers, but I'll definitely give that a look. Yeah, no, I am so terribly behind. I'm not gonna lie, I have been padding my Goodreads with comic books and graphic novels, which do count. I'm not disparaging anybody else who does it, but like when it's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, it's totally fine when other people do it, but when I do it, feels bad. You know how it is, right? So I am severely behind. So I will be padding stuff out with comic books and graphic novels. I'm currently reading Sorrowland by River Solomon. I have a pile of books from my library that I plan on reading. So we got A Holly Jolly Diwali, which this title, every time I say it, it makes me smile. A Holly Jolly Diwali. How exciting. We got Pet. I'll be reading that soon. Mouse, Volume 1, and then Sacrifice of Darkness. So hopefully I will get to those sooner rather than later. I do plan on coming back later today. So this is like a midday sprint, and then like later this evening, I will be back to read more in case you guys want to join. Just read comics and novellas in December. That's basically what I'm planning on doing. I also need to read all of the Percy Jackson books for the Rewind Book Club, which you can find on Twitter. Ooh. Speaking of the Rewind Book Club, I will not be getting into any details about Beautiful Creatures right now because we do have our live show planned for this Friday at noon Central Standard Time. So it will be on Elise's channel, The Petite Punk. You can catch me there, hella complaining. I didn't hate it, but I hated it, yeah, I have notes. Y'all are in for a treat if you come. I'm just saying. I always got hella notes, but I have hella notes and then some. Mouse, that's a good one. Yes, I've read part of Mouse while I was at school, and then like finals caught up to me, so I had to return to the library and didn't have time to finish it. But now that I'm here at home and have a lot more time on my hands because of my work schedule, yeah, I will be reading Mouse hopefully and finishing that. So yeah, so everybody grab your book, snuggle up if you're a snuggler. I don't know. Get your little drinks, get your books ready, and let's get right into it. So I'm going to go on that Fun Timers website because the one that everybody uses. Fun Timers. I never pull it up beforehand because part of me is like, let me be mature and adult and use like a regular Google timer, and then I never do. Classroom timers. What time do y'all want to go for? I usually do 15 to 20 minutes because my brain refuses to process information for anything longer than that. I will be starting Addie LaRue today. Ooh, I've heard people either don't care for it or they love it, and I hope that you are in the loving it category. I'm feeling the snail timer. Let me share my screen. That might be appropriate. Share screen, share Chrome tab. Yeah, let's do 20 minutes. I'm feeling 20 minutes. I think it can manage that for right now. Set. Perfect. Why not? Yeah. 20 minutes. Are we gonna place bets on the snails? Because I am. My money is on this little guy right here, with like the brown and yellow, the yellow shell and the brown sluggy thingy in there. All right, and we are off. See you guys back in 20 minutes. Wow. Didn't even get close. How crazy. It's been a long year. Does anyone have any New Year's resolutions? I know like people are like, don't talk about the new year, don't talk about the new year. But does anyone have any like New Year's resolutions? They can be like reading related, unreading related. I'm just gonna finish my soup. My New Year's resolution right now is to read more classics because I don't typically read them. And when I say classics, I mean like anything before written and published before like 1950. I don't care for that usually, unless I'm in a class. If I'm in a class and reading it with other people, then I can find enjoyment somewhere. But yeah, if I'm on my own, I find it very difficult. First 16 pages of Addie done. I'm liking the start. Awesome. Like I said, I hope you're in the camp. This is a good book. Oh, I keep getting messages. Yeah, I got probably through 20 pages, give or take 2 or 3, in Sorrowland. It's really good. I started it not too long ago, but I haven't had time to read it. And like I was telling my friend Maury, that if I don't put myself in front of a camera and start filming, this shit's never going to get done. So we got to do it now. We got to do it now. We got to do these reading sprints until we're done. This is good soup. Good soup. Reading wise, I'm not going to focus on quantitative goals anymore and try to read more diverse non-English language authors. I'm going to continue series and starting new ones. Wow. That is a very good and very worthwhile. Those are very worthwhile goals, to be honest. Yeah, I joke around on specifically like with the title of this reading sprint being like, oh, I got to finish my Goodreads goal. I know I'm probably not going to finish it, and that's totally fine with me. I don't find enjoyment in reaching quantitative goals because I know it's not what my worth is. I mean, it does feel good to finish it, but at the end of the day, it doesn't change my worth or value as a reader. Yeah, I definitely want to read a lot more Indigenous literature next year. That's like my big goal for next year. And I'm hope I will be starting that soon. I have the Only Good Indians on my my little cart right here. Unfortunately, it's on the second row, even though it's like the first book I'm gonna read once I'm done with all my library books. To be honest, I think when I got it, that was the only place it was gonna fit. Yes, I agree. Numbers can be fun to reach, but I got stressed out about it, and that's not good. Yeah, I agree. I feel like we as a society in general kind of like gamify things to the point where it no longer becomes fun. I hope that makes sense, because it's all like a quote unquote a numbers game, um, and like you feel bad or you feel like you're not getting enjoyment if you don't hit those numbers, right? But yeah, getting stressed out over hitting a goal or views or subscriber counts. I understand why people get stressed out by that and like font like and all that stuff. But I personally am always been like, oh, like that's not where my worth comes from. Yeah, gamification could be motivating, though it is a balance. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I like to gamify a few things, but other things I can't. Otherwise, it will quite literally paralyze me. But yeah. Other New Year's resolutions. I don't know. In terms of reading, yeah, like I said, reading more Indigenous literature. I also want to read more, like you said, non-English language authors and non-English classics, even if they are unfortunately translated. And that has always made me sad that like anything that was not written originally in English, I will always have to read a translation of. Because like I don't know if any of you guys are in anime, but there's always like the debate versus like dubbed or subbed. And even if you are watching like an anime with subtitles or any non of your native language show, movie, anything, you're always going to get something lost in translation because it's not going to be a one-to-one translation. It's not going to be a one-to-one translation. But there's so much literature out there that I desperately want to read that I can only find translations of because I can't read Spanish very well, I should say. I can read Spanish, just not enough to read a novel, unfortunately. Enough to ask for directions. And a lot of things I want to read in like Portuguese and like French and some other languages. But yeah. There's a book I want to read in Chinese, and I'm just like, God damn it! I wish I could. If I had one, there's always the thing where it's like, oh, would you want to? I've seen it on the internet. It's like, would you want to talk to animals, or would you want to understand, like, know every single language? And I was like, know every single language? Why? I love my pet. I love my cat. He's my son. I treat him like a little boy. He's my little man. But I would kill. I wouldn't kill, but I would love to be able to speak and understand every single language in the world. That would be so dope. Literally, the amount of books I would read and know every language. Yeah, I'm telling you. I am telling you. All right, let's see. How much do I have left? I have a little bit over half, it looks like. Maybe like 2/5 of this book. I'm really excited. It's really good. If you haven't read, I've read The Deep, and it's escaping me. Oh God, I like really liked the book. I can't. It's probably in the back. It's probably in the back where I can find. An Unkindness of Ghosts. There we go. By River Solomon for last year. Absolutely loved them. Those books are so good. River Solomon is a master. Like, just everything they write, I can just devour. Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad in a weird way because I've been I go into like different stages of kicks where I'll go on like a podcast kick and I'll listen to podcasts for like 3 weeks straight, nonstop. And then I'll get into like a video game kick where I'm just playing video games for a month. And then I'll get into a reading kick, and then I'm reading for 4 weeks. And then like I'll like bounce between all those things. So right now I'm currently in a video game kick. So that means all of my, and it happened like as I started this book, I like literally was starting to read the book. I'm like, oh, this is good. And I could literally feel myself being like, but I want to play video games. But I want to play video games. And that has nothing to do with the author. It has everything to do with my dumb ADHD brain. But my dumb ADHD brain. Not all ADHD brains are dumb, just mine. All right. Okay, we got a nice little break in. Let's see. What other fun classroom timers do I want? Kitty race. I like this bird. This bird looks interesting. I think I'll have to pick this bird timer. Let's do 20 minutes as well. Just cause before I start, I know that it played music because I continuously forget to mute it. Does the music bother y'all? Is it alright if I keep it or if I don't? I know sometimes it feels weird just kind of like reading in silence. But I know some people who are like, I need silence in order to read, and I want to make this a pleasant reading experience for everybody. So let me know, and I will do that. Yeah. Another 20 minutes. It was a bit distracting. I apologize. The thing is, as soon as I start, I like kind of tune it out, and then it wasn't until I went to like eat my soup that I was like, shit, the music. But yeah, I'll mute that right away. Right away. I will just have the timer thing going off. Oh wait, no, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to share. Okay. I know how to technology. It's all good. Ground tab. Bird race timer. Okay. For this one, I think I'm gonna go. Red's my favorite color, so I'm gonna go with number 4 because that's a very nice bird. All right. 20 minutes on the, oh god, 20 minutes on the clock. Let's go. See you back in 20. Hello. Welcome back. Another. That was only about like 15 pages. Let me just toss this out real quick before I forget. What I like to do immediately after doing like 2 or 3 sprints, we only did 2. I like to do a nice little stretch because you sit so long and you just like words. When I was in college, I would try to stretch a little bit, like specifically after what's it called, like online classes, right? So yeah, 16 pages again. We love making progress. I'm glad that you're enjoying the writing. I know that a lot of people love V.E. Schwab. I haven't read any of her works, like any of them at all. So I have no expectations. I want to read her villains duology. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. It's like maybe it's like Villainous. Is that what it's called? No idea. But yeah, that's one of the ones that I want to read at some point. Whew. I just found out that through this book, that honeybees aren't indigenous to North America, and that I guess that technically makes them an invasive. What makes something an invasive species? Is it only something that isn't native, or is it something that like isn't native and is like replacing native populations? What is it? Okay, Vicious and Vengeful. Yes. Those books. Those are the ones I want to read because I hear everybody talking about that. But yeah, I did not know that honeybees were not native to North America until this, quite literally, this very moment. That's crazy. Whew. I don't know where y'all are from, but it is currently cold as hell. But now I'm warm because I've been wearing this jacket this entire time. So it is. Last time I checked, it was like 30 degrees out. It probably is closer to like 40 now. But it's cold. It's cold. It's only going to get colder the rest of the year. So how do y'all keep track of what books you read? I know that some people have decided to make the switch from Storygraph to Goodreads, which I also have done. Netherlands here, it gets pretty cold too. Yeah, I have a few friends who live in the Netherlands, which is fun. So 30 degrees here would be close to like 0 degrees Celsius, I want to say. That is if I'm doing my math correctly. It's like close to 0. Can't tell what exactly it is. But yeah, like what do you guys use for tracking? I use Storygraph now. I like it a lot. I also have because everyone thinks I'm crazy for doing this. I have an Excel sheet where I put in the title, when I read it, what format I read it in, my rating of it, if it was a new read or a reread, because I tend to reread books pretty frequently, and then the approximate word count and the page count, and then I average all of that because I'm terrible. I was trying to set up a Storygraph, but couldn't really get used to it yet. For now, I'm still on Goodreads. I've heard a lot of people say that. I get easily distracted, so I like how like straight to the point Storygraph is. I will say that like the plain white is a little like harsh on the eyes, and does make it like not difficult, but like not quote unquote fun to use. And I know that Goodreads is more like a social media platform as opposed to like just strictly a reading thing. So I feel like once Storygraph gets a hold of more like social media aspects, like sharing the books you read, posting that to Twitter and all that stuff. I think that more and more people will make the switch. I enjoy it. I'm putting it back because I got cold again after my little stretching. I started an Excel sheet this week. I want to keep track of more stats, especially about authors. I want to do that and also don't. I should find out who I'm reading the most of. I think this year my top author will technically be N.K. Jemisin, because I read all of Far Sector, which is a Green Lantern comic book that was only released in single issues, and I read all of that at the beginning of the year. That if it was just a volume of all of them compiled, then she probably wouldn't be my top author. But I think she technically is, because, like I said, just the amount of books I've read by her, technically by comic books this year. It's probably my favorite comic book series that I read this year. Far Sector. It tells the story of Joe, who is a Green Lantern in a planet city that houses 1 billion people from 3 different species, and she's the only human and the only Green Lantern. And on top of that, everybody in this planet city has their emotions suppressed. And she's the only one who is able to feel the entirety of the emotional spectrum, because she needs to do that because she's a lantern, and the Green Lantern's power is based on will. And it's very interesting because it talks a lot about the loneliness that she experiences. It's very fascinating. I really enjoyed it. That one, overall, 5 stars. I think there was a few where I was just I didn't really care for this one compared to the others, but I think the lowest one I rated was a 4.5. But yeah, N.K. Jemisin is also another just masterclass writer, just out of this world amazing. Sounds cool. Yeah, I read a lot of, when I say comics, I do tend to read a lot of superhero comics, because I'm a giant DC nerd. I really don't. A lot of people get mad at me when I say this, but I don't really care for Marvel. I don't really care for the Marvel universe. The only thing I care about Marvel is my boy Miles Morales. That's my son. I have his comic. Where did I put it? Where are my comics? Oh, they're down there. And the Young Avengers from Marvel. Everything else is just kind of whatever. But I do like DC comics, so I read a lot of DC comics in my free time. Yeah, I love the Broken Earth trilogy. Definitely want to read more. Jemisin. Yeah, I read her anthology, How Long Until Black Future Month. That was really good. And there was also one particular story whose name I don't remember if it is The City We Became, or if it had a working title beforehand. But it's essentially the first chapter of The City We Became. I only know that because I started The City We Became, and then I got caught up in finals, and I haven't had my library. Every single time I try to put it on hold in my library, they're like, "Oh no, there's 20 people ahead of you." So we're gonna have to wait on that one. Yeah. How Long Till Black Future Month is awesome. I really enjoyed it. There was one short story. I'm really bad at remembering individual stories in a compilation. Jesus Christ. When did I read that? In March? That was so long ago. Oh my god. That's crazy. But yeah, I need to read. I actually just bought the first book in the Broken Earth trilogy at my library, and it looks like it's never been cracked. This is I went to a book sale, and yeah, this is beautiful. I want to read The City We Became, but I don't know a thing about New York, so I think I'd miss a lot. Well, I haven't read it, so I wouldn't be able to tell. Maybe. Who knows? I wouldn't be able to tell you. I've also lived near New York / have visited New York a fair few amount of times, so I feel like I can't really separate that from my reading experience. I hear a lot of people who this might be weird to you, but if you like Dimension 20, which is a D&D podcast that I listen to / watch, they have a D&D show called The Unsleeping City, which takes place in New York. And a lot of people who like that show have read and recommended The City We Became, so I'm really excited to read that. because The Unsleeping City is my... Is it my favorite? It currently is my favorite Dimension 20 season that is run by Brennan Lee Mulligan. My favorite non-Brennan Lee Mulligan season has been Misfits and Magic. Shout out to the Christmas special coming out on the 15th. Crazy. Somebody mentioned me on Discord. Who mentioned me? Oh, because of the thing coming out. Okay, yeah. Sorry. I get distracted very easily. But yeah. N.K. Jemisin. I do wonder who is my most read author overall. That one I'll have to look into. I don't know. Let me look at my spreadsheet actually. Now that I think about it, what have I read this year? I don't remember anything between the months of January and June, because to me that feels so long ago. And that was also pre getting a job. I'm looking for my spreadsheet. I apologize. I have so many folders in my Google Drive, and I hide everything in my folders. Yeah. Ooh, I forgot about Riot Baby. Riot Baby was a good one too. That was a really good book, or novella, I should say. It really got me emotional, in a way that I haven't really experienced in a long time for a book. My most read book of all time, most read author of all time must be Terry Pratchett, because of Discworld. It is my favorite series. Cool. I've heard good things about Discworld, but the amount of books in that series, just in Terry Pratchett's repertoire, terrifies me. I will say though that I helped out at the library by doing something for the Friends of the Library, which is a group that does volunteer stuff and donations and fundraisers and stuff for the library. And it was that we did book recommendations for the holidays, and just for shits and giggles, I did put The Hogfather as my holiday recommendation, even though I've never read it, because I thought it would be funny. I have a shelf and a half that is just Discworld, ha ha ha. I do also have that. I have a shelf and a half of Rick Riordan books, because I had a I still have a hyperfixation, but I had a hyperfixation in middle school that never went away. It'd be like that sometimes, though. It really do. Ooh, my bird won. I didn't even notice. Oh, that's exciting. I never win these things. I always get last place. Ooh. Let's see. We're getting close to being off of break, so let's pick another one. I'm gonna pick this car timer. I'm gonna do this one for 15 minutes, just to spice things up a little bit. Let's change the thing. Yeah, let's change this. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so distracted. This is why I need to be in front of. Unfortunately, I need to be in front of a camera in order to read, because if I don't, then like I said, the reading is just straight up not gonna get done. So we're just gonna get right into it. All right, 15 minutes on the clock. I'm going to turn off the sound. We're going to share the Chrome tab. All right, which car do I want? I'm feeling this. I like the red car. I'm not gonna lie, the red car is nice. I was gonna say the green car, but that's a lie. I like the red car, so I'm gonna pick number 2. That's where my money goes. All right. 15 minutes on the clock. I'll meet you back here in 15. 3, 2, 1, and go. Ooh, gold or yellow. I don't know. That looks like gold over here. Wand. How exciting. Exciting stuff. It's currently snowing where I am, which is really fun. So I made myself, I was originally just going down to get some water, hydration, all that. But I saw that it was snowing, so I made myself a cup of hot cocoa as well. I do have hydration. It's like that TikTok sound that's like the height of luxury is having 3 drinks, one for fun, one for energy, and one for hydration. It does feel quite luxurious. Yeah. 10 pages. Ooh, snow. Yeah. We do get, I live in the northeast of the United States, so we do get I say a fair bit as if it's not a freaking blizzard every year, a bit of snow. So it's pretty early in the season to be getting snow. So it's not sticking to the ground or anything. It's kind of just like melting as it hits like the streets and like walkways and stuff. Of course, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day, and if you are able to come back later, I will be hosting late night sprints as well. So please go out and enjoy the rest of your day. I believe it's getting close to evening time over in the Netherlands. Enjoy the rest of your evening. But yeah, it's pretty early in the season, so nothing is sticking to the ground yet. But it's pretty, and so I made myself hot chocolate. Hello! I hope you're having a wonderful day. This is the height of luxury. Yeah, nothing feels as good as having like a warm cup of something and a book, and it being like cold outside. At least to me. So some people that might just be like the worst thing in the world, but to me that is the best feeling. I will say. Yeah. I am so excited for the Beautiful Creatures live show. I have a fun story to share at the live show, which all of my co-hosts, I believe, all of them, I think, yes, I believe everyone, has heard this story, but I'm going to tell it again for y'all, and I hope you'll enjoy it, because it is funny. They did make fun of me a lot when it happened. But yeah, it's going to be a good time. I actually need to update my notes because I recently rewatched the movie for the first time in years. So, I watched it last week, like I think right before I went to work, or like a day before, like on one of my days off. Now, I have feelings about the movie, not as bad as the book, mind you, but I'm not going to get into it right now, just because we have that live show in 2 days. How exciting! I'm really excited for the Percy Jackson live show. I have a Camp Half-Blood shirt that I do plan on wearing there. Isn't that fun? Wow, I have a lot of notes. That's crazy. I say that every time as if I don't know what I do, but I do know what I do. I hope everyone's having a wonderful holiday. Like, I know the holidays this year kind of were like from November into December, so I hope you either had a happy holiday if you celebrated anything that like took place in November, or you're having a happy holiday if you are celebrating anything this month. Isn't that crazy? The year is almost over. This year felt so damn long. I can't believe I graduated earlier this year. I graduated in May. Wild. Yeah. What's another New Year's resolution? Play more Dungeons and Dragons. That's one. That's one that is up there for me. I already play I wouldn't say a crazy amount at the moment, but I used to play like 3 times a week. Like any day I had off, I was playing Dungeons and Dragons. But some things got canceled just due to timing and everything. But hopefully this upcoming year I'll get to play more. Do you guys like hot chocolate? I like hot chocolate. Didn't have any whipped cream, or else I would have put some in here. Especially since the snow just makes everything magical, and whipped cream just makes everything magical too. Hopefully we'll get to go back to school. And then, now I'm hot again. This is the hot drink, the cold weather. What could be better than this? You know? Let me check my Discord. I'm actually going to Barnes & Noble later today with my aunt to go do some Christmas shopping for family. I hopefully won't be... I know what I'm going to get because I know what I'm getting for who. But at the same time... part of me is like, what if I just pick up this one book that I want? I have that issue when it comes to like the holidays. I never know what to put down for like, oh yeah, like if somebody got this for me, I would appreciate it list. Because if I want something, I will just get it for myself because I have a job now and money, so I don't have to worry about it. That's something that me and my cousin do. We will just go out and get things. So when it comes down to like the holidays, she and I will like literally sit at each other and be like, okay, we'll tell each other what we want. We'll be like, okay, I want to get this, and then I'll say I want to get this, and then that's what we get for each other for Christmas. We get the thing that we wanted to buy for ourselves, and we usually buy it in front of each other too, and then we wrap it up and act as if like oh, we don't know, like we watched the thing. I mean, we didn't watch each other buy the gift for each other. We didn't explicitly tell each other what we wanted. I haven't told her what I wanted this year, but I do know what she wanted, and I got it for her. So. She already knows. So, like, if anyone wants to tell her that I got her magic cards, she knows I got her magic cards. Let's see, what else? I like taking these little breaks because it gives my brain time to absorb what I read, especially with something that is like, I wouldn't say necessarily dense, but like it does require like obviously any type of reading is going to require some type of like thinking. And this book doesn't necessarily need like, I don't want to say critical thinking because in my mind, everything that's being said in the book, for the most part, is things that should be considered common sense. But at the same time, like it is like a lot of information and just kind of like, oh yeah, the U.S. government is shit, kind of going on. Basically, the point of this is just read Sourland. It's good. I'm not done with it yet. I love the kids. I like them. They're really funny to me because they're just so precocious and so like representative of like lost innocence in a way that like makes me like, oh no, they're like babies, but also like Vern is a baby. It's a whole thing. Read the book. It's good. Once I finish this book, I'm going to move on to Pet, and I'm hopefully going to finish this book sometime today. And I'm going to read Pet, and then I'm going to read Percy Jackson, and then I'm going to read A Holly Jolly Diwali, and then I'm going to read my comic books. See, we got this. I got a game plan. So it's been about 7-ish minutes. Let's do another 15. Ooh, superhero race. I love it when they do superhero stuff for anything because they can't use any... they can use name brand things, but like knockoff name brand things. So it's great. It's fun to look at. Let's see. 15 minutes on the clock. We'll use the superhero party themed timer. I am rooting for I don't know. This one actually does look like Barbara, one of the Batgirls. I don't know. I'm gonna. You know what? Yeah, we'll root for my girl Barbara down here, in the purple, number one. Just because I love Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, and I also love Barbara Gordon, Oracle, even more. That's not like a deep cut, but I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about. All right. Another 15 minutes. Let's roll. Music off. Starting the timer. See you back in 15. That shocked me a little. Not gonna lie, I was real deep in the dialogue of this book. Let's take another stretch break. Stand up, everybody. I feel like a fitness instructor, but I am untrained and unqualified. We're getting into like the meat of the book, of the story, of the plot, and it's like, whew, chills. Except, chills. Y'all like musicals? I'm asking because I'm looking at. I actually had the opportunity to go see Six the musical on Broadway relatively recently, and I'm looking at the playbill. It's on my cart right now. It was so much fun. If you ever have the chance to see it, on Broadway, off Broadway, on the West End, on a tour, anywhere, you should go see it. It was so much fun. But yeah, I also really like, ironically enough, the Percy Jackson musical. If you guys, please listen to it. It is so good. It's so good. I love it. I wish I had a chance to see it. I also really like Hadestown. Hadestown is really good. This is weird. All right, sitting back down. But yeah. So yeah, those are my top 3 recommendations for musicals at the moment. Hadestown, Percy Jackson musical, Six the musical. Give that a listen. We are reading the Percy Jackson series. Well, technically we're only reading The Lightning Thief, but we are doing a bonus content readathon for the month for the entire Percy Jackson series, the original series. I think if you're following the timeline of the read-along, readathon, I should say, you should be on Sea of Monsters this week. I haven't started because I'm a procrastinator. I am probably going to try to read the entire series again to pad out my Goodreads goal, but we'll see if that ever happens. I mean, I'm going to read the first book at the very least for the live show, but I don't know. But yeah, if you have read the first book, you should listen to the musical. It is very good. There is a bonus song on there that my partner and I will be like, this song is gay. The song isn't gay in like an actual sense, but our toxic trait in general, my girlfriend and I's, is that we will say something is gay if it's just like any type of romantic, anything at all. So like, I might be like, oh, I love you, and she'll be like, that's gay, like that. So whenever I read any romance novel now, no matter like what the content is, if it's like straight people, gay people, like it's always like, that's gay. If they do literally anything, hold hands, kiss, look at each other, I'm like, wow, that's gay. So, scam likely. Wait, hello. That is unfortunately not in English. I don't know what language that was, to be honest. But yeah, so the song "Try." Every time I listen to it, I'm like, Percy, that's a little fruity of you. Again, not fruity, but in actuality, but in my mind it is. I said this on Twitter not too long ago, and I don't know if y'all would have seen it, but I do firmly believe that spoilers for Percy Jackson, I guess. I mean, the book has been out for forever, so like, and I mean the whole series. All of it. But I do firmly believe that Percy and Annabeth are a straight ship for gay people. Does that make sense to people? I hope it does. I hope that what I'm saying isn't just like crazy people talk, I do firmly believe that they are a straight ship for gay people. Granted, I don't think any of them, like either one of them, are straight. My headcanon is that they're both bi. But I'm just like, wow, a straight ship for gay people. How good. How how nice. How nice. Yeah. The Percy Jackson books that I actually do own, I've owned since elementary school, like from like fifth grade. So these have been with me. How many years? How old is the Percy Jackson series? I know Percy, like if you were to like follow his canonic birthday, he's like 28 now. That's a grown ass man. um, but yeah, I was 11 when I left. Those books have been in my possession for at least a decade now, in relatively good condition, I will say. They are well, I say relatively in the sense that the covers are still on them and they're not like falling apart yet, but they're definitely getting there. Let me move Mac. This is my little octopus Mac. Say hi. I will say that I did have to cover my. This is my original copy of the first book because I bought a box set of it for school. I had to read the first book for class, and then my parents got me the box set of the four books, the other three books, I should say, because at the time it was only the first four books that were out. So I got these in paperback. This is the original cover that it came with. I hate movie poster covers with a passion, but this is my first Percy Jackson book, and I had to cover the book because the cover was falling apart when I was younger. So I might have to do that with my other copies because they are pretty old. And then my cousin was gracious enough to give me her original copy of the first book with the like actual original copy of it. I do want to get like the collect. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a sucker for collector's editions in the sense that like I really want them, but like at the end of the day, I'm always like, I already own the books. I don't need it. That is a lie, though. I do own Mark of Athena, which is my favorite Heroes of Olympus book in a special edition, and I do also own Legendborn special edition, and I will be getting Blood Marked. And if there is a special edition of Blood Marked, I will also be getting that because Tracy Dion has a direct line to my wallet. Unfortunately, unfortunate for my wallet. Fortunately for the rest of me, though. But yeah. So yeah, the only book that isn't my like officially like originally my copy is the original copy cover of The Lightning Thief. But yeah, I own every single Rick Riordan book except for the latest one, which is Daughter of the Deep, which is his like newest book. That's crazy. Yeah, I haven't read. I think the only series I haven't read is the Trials of Apollo. I didn't really care for Apollo, and also that has too much Nico in it. I don't like Nico. Hot take, Elise, you can at me. I know you're not watching this, but I'll at you on Twitter as soon as I put on the timer, mentioning that I mentioned that I don't like Nico. I do not like him. I don't like him. That is my hot take. That's my biggest hot take. I don't care for Nico. Do not care for that boy. Will I read the book that is coming out about him and Will? Yes, I will. I will purchase that with my money and I will read that book. I will be angry that it's about Nico literally the entire time. I don't I don't care for him. Wow. Oh, the Flash one. How nice. Let's go with the robot race. I like robots. My girlfriend hates robots and likes to make fun of me for liking them. I just think they're neat. This one, let's do 20 minutes because it felt like 15 minutes was too short, right? That's just me though. Set. Let me do the thing. Share screen. Why do I have to say it out loud every single time I do it? That sounds like a me problem. I like the look of the red one. I like the red ones. I always like the red ones. Red's my favorite color. So let's go with the red one. For me. I don't know about y'all. My money's on red. Alright, 3, 2, 1. See you back here in 20. Oh, look at Green walking away. Look at the winner. Look at the winner go. Wow. How beautiful. I keep getting like lost in the sauce, and by lost in the sauce I mean lost in the book. But everybody wants that. That's just a mark of such a good book, you know? How exciting. For me, I should say. It's got cold again. This is what I get for wearing a tank top and then wearing like a thicker sweater over it. You get hot and then you get cold all over again. Yeah, I'm a little sleepy. Maybe I'll take a nap after this. But I do think I got one more, maybe two more, probably just one though. Sprint left in me. I don't know about y'all. And that one will make like our magnum opus. So maybe we'll do 25 minutes instead of just 20. Ooh. Yeah, I made really good progress. I was like 20% of the way through the book, and now I probably have about 20%, 25%, I should say, of the book left. Let me actually put in my page count that I have. What pages did I read? Wait, what page am I at? Okay, 262. 262. So yeah, I've read about at least 100 pages while doing these sprints, which is nice. If you are celebrating a holiday this year that usually gives gifts, what are you hoping for? Personally, I want two things, like technically three. One of them is just a sad thing to want, but in America it's kind of like necessary. And then the other two are things that I genuinely want. One is a video game, The Great Ace Detective. I'm a big Ace Attorney fan. I'm sorry, not The Great Ace Detective, The Great Ace Attorney. I'm a big Ace Attorney fan. I've never actually played the games though. I've watched. This is a plug for Press Buttons and Talks YouTube channel. They did the original trilogy and then Ace Attorney Adventures, Ace Attorney Investigations. I'm bad with names, y'all. Miles Edgeworth, and I watched their playthroughs of it. Beautiful. And so I want to play the newer series that came out. I say newer in the sense that I don't think it's been released in America before, so it's like the first Western release of the game. So I'm really excited for that. And then blackout curtains because I work nights and I need to cover my windows. And then like the sad thing that I want to get is I'm just like asking any family members, like, if you can just spare like a couple dollars so I can put it towards my student loans, that would be great. Yeah, which is a sad thing to want for Christmas. But you know, this country is yeah. Y'all like D&D? I play, like I said, I play a lot of D&D. I currently play in, I'm going to say 3 campaigns. I play a city domain cleric in one, a paladin of glory in another, and then I will be playing a I kind of want to do battle master. I'm currently playing a fighter, but the subclass samurai for another. Yeah. So I mostly play martial classes, and if I play a spellcaster, it usually is cleric. I am trying to try new things in the new year. I do have plans to play in another campaign. Hopefully, that is ready to go. And by ready to go, I mean like it is going to be done and get started sometime this month with one of my friends from college. And I want to play a grumpy like hermit divination wizard who the whole shtick of this guy is that he is like a Greek philosopher, but like the way like Socrates was a Greek philosopher, so like kind of an asshole who was also like a wrestler. Um, and his whole philosophy is that the world is controlled by dice, which is technically true. So it's gonna get like really meta. So yeah, and I wanted to be a halfling divination wizard because you get to re-roll ones as a halfling. It's called a lucky, and then as a divination wizard, you get to pre-roll 2 rolls at the beginning of at the end of every long rest, so into the new day, and then you can use those rolls whenever you want. And it's like it's called potent rolls, portent rolls. My bad. But yeah, I have a lot of D&D ideas. One of the things that I used to do on this channel, and I can't say I do on this channel because I haven't done an actual video in so freaking long, is that I will go through like all of my handbooks that I have and online and see how you can create different characters in D&D, or at least like make facsimiles of. I actually got to do that for Beautiful Creatures. Wow, this has just been me plugging our Beautiful Creatures live show on Friday at noon Central Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I think we all did not like this book. We were all like, "Oh, this book is irritating." I want to say at least read it through an audiobook, and I still had like a bunch left to go by the time we set up the day and time. But yeah, check out our Twitter account at Rewind Book Club for the link and the deeds, and you can also join our Discord channel, which you can find on the Twitter. That's where we talk about the books and kind of just complain about the books. So far, haven't seen that much complaining about Percy Jackson. So, like, that's a good thing, right? Whew. All right, so last sprint. I'm excited. You excited? I'm excited. Yeah, let's do 25 minutes because I'm like, I want to be able to like finish this book by tonight. Probably not. I probably won't finish it soon in the sense that like I want to just do this reading sprint and then probably take a nap and do some other stuff around the house. And then later tonight, when I go to do our next set of reading sprints at around 10 o'clock this evening, I will post something on Twitter about it. Hopefully I'll be able to finish it and start my other books. How exciting! Yeah, so let me see. One last classroom timer. Princess, clown race. No, thank you. I already am a clown. I like these duckies. Let's go with the duckies. Yeah, 25 minutes was what I said because I wanna get through this thing. Let's see. Share screen. Chrome tab. Again, why do I keep saying the steps? I don't know why. I like how there's 2 like normal ducks and then there's like 2 like spicy ducks. Should I say spicy ducks? I don't know. I'm gonna go with McLovin over here. That's gonna be my pick. That's my bet. All right. Well, 25 minutes on the clock. See you on the other side. Wait, shit, who won? Number 2, one of the regular ducks. How quaint, how nice. Well, I think this is gonna be it. I know somebody just joined us, and I apologize for now ending, but I've been going at this for about 3 hours now, so I'm getting a little fatigued. But thank you for everyone who joined, who stopped by, who, even if it was just a quick in and out, and who stuck around. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you so much for reading with me. I had a lot of fun. I always have a lot of fun with y'all. No matter who's here, I always have a good time. But yeah, if you enjoy doing these reading sprints, please either subscribe or, keep posted on my Twitter at both of which are Oh Hey Andy. And until my connection is poor, so I'll just head out. Thank you so much for coming, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a good rest of your week. And I might be doing some more sprints later this evening. Bye.